Hi, this is Jessica here. This is my very first book review I'm doing on YouTube. So um I hope you enjoy it and I hope someone gets something out of this. My first book I'm reviewing today is by Karen Hawkins. It's To Scotland with Love. This is by far one of my favorite books. As you can tell, I have read it multiple times. I love the characters in it. It's a great storyline. Sometimes it gets a little bit repetitive, but for the most part, it's a really good book, has really great romance scenes in it, and the end result is really good. So I'm just going to read you like the first paragraph on the back, and then I'll go into a brief summary of it, and we'll take it from there. So, the back says, when Lord Gregor MacLean learns his childhood friend, Benita Olivier, has been abducted by a fortune hunter, he rides off to Scotland in hot and very annoyed pursuit. Benita's soft heart has gotten her in major trouble this time. If he doesn't rescue her swiftly, the scandal will ostracize the provocative witch. So the main characters in this book are Gregor MacLean. This is part of the MacLean Brothers series. I'm not sure which book number this is. I think this might be number 2. Um, I think the first one is How to Abduct a Highland Lord. But if you want to read them in order, you can, but you don't have to. The books are so good that you don't have to read them in order. You can skip around and read whatever. Um, Now a little bit about Gregor MacLean is there's 4 brothers, and his family has this curse, and to where whenever each brother gets upset, um, it affects one part of the weather. Like with Gregor, whenever he gets upset, it starts to snow very heavily. Like with one of the other brothers, whenever he gets upset, it starts to storm and rain. Each brother has a different one. So whenever they get angry, you kind of know because the weather gets crazy. Um, they describe Gregor as tall, dark and handsome with a scar on his face. I mean, hello girls, how could you not love that? um, Now Benita, they describe her as a woman who is overweight more than the normal woman would be in this time period, and they call her plump. So, as being a plus size woman myself, I love that I can relate to a character like her. You know, so many of these romance books, they're like the skinny girl or whatever, and it's just nice to have a female character who is not skinny, who is a plump or plus size. So I could relate to her in that way. And she is so thoughtful. She's so caring that it gets her into all this trouble. She tries to help everybody and she just gets into these messes. Um, those are basically the main characters. Now the other character, his name is Ravenscroft. He is the guy who is infatuated with Benita and gets her into this predicament. Um, so I'm just kind of going to do a summary in my head of what my summary is for this book. And it starts off with Venita and Ravenscroft in the carriage, and they're going to see her grandmother, who Ravenscroft has told Venita, um, written this letter that her grandmother is very ill, but her grandmother is not ill whatsoever. He has just told her this to get her to go away with him, so he can um, kidnap her in a sense, thinking that they're going to get married and have this great life over there in Italy or whatever. Um, and Gregor goes to Benita's parents' house and finds out that she's gone. He reads the letter, and he feels that it's his duty to go and save her because that is his best friend. They have been friends since childhood, and they have that really close friendship relationship, but never crossing over into a romantic relationship. So all in all, Gregor ends up finding them. He gets angry, so it starts snowing so heavily in April, and everyone thinks, oh, what's so strange for it to be snowing in April? Um, so, in the long run, Gregor finds them, and they're in this little inn, and, there's a lot of animosity from Gregor to Ravenscroft for putting Benita and him in this situation and not telling anybody the real truth. So finally the truth comes out and Benita cannot believe it, and Gregor is just giving her this cold shoulder, and she doesn't want their relationship to go badly because of the situation that she's in. So and all in all, Gregor starts noticing things about Vanita that he hadn't noticed before, and he realizes how much she does mean to him and how much she is in his life and what she does for him. Um, but both of them don't really want to cross that line because they're afraid that their relationship might not be the same, but they can't ignore the attraction that is there now. They find reasons for it not to be there, and there's about 3 scenes where the romance is very good. Um, so all in all, they leave the inn, and there's other characters that are in, and causes more difficulty between Gregor and Benita. Um, I don't want to give too much away because I want you to buy the book and I want you to read it. But all in all, they end up, Gregor feels the only option that he really has is to marry her, which is not a bad thing in his mind because they get along so great, they're best friends, why wouldn't they get married? It's the sensible thing to do in a situation like this, so Benita is not ruined. But all in all, there's drama and everything, and they end up going to Vanita's grandmother's house, and more things happen there, and a really good romance part in the end of it. And I just highly suggest that you buy this book and read it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite books. I've read it maybe about 10 times and read just over and over because they're just such good characters and such a good storyline and such good romance part in it that I really think you will enjoy this book. So, that's my very first book review, and it's Karen Hawkins, To Scotland with Love. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, anything you think I could do to improve my book reviews, or just subscribe to my page and you will get all of my videos that I put up. So thank you, and I hope you have a great day, and don't forget to read a book. Bye.